Imagine living a pretty average life. You go to work, chat with your coworkers, scroll through your phone on the train home, and maybe even dream of something a little more exciting. That's Satoru Mikami, a 37-year-old man living in modern Japan. He isn't miserable, but he isn't exactly thrilled either. His life is predictable, quiet, and maybe a bit lonely. But one moment changes everything. On what should have been just another day, Satoru is out with a junior colleague when a knife-wielding attacker lunges at them. Without thinking, Satoru pushes his friend out of harm's way and takes the fatal blow himself. His last moments are confusing, almost surreal. Pain fades, replaced by an unfamiliar emptiness, and then a strange voice echoes in his mind. It's calm and mechanical, almost like an AI reading his thoughts. The voice keeps mentioning things like skills acquired, resistances granted, and unique conditions fulfilled. Satoru doesn't understand any of it, but before he can question what's happening, darkness swallows him whole. Then he wakes up, but something's wrong. He can't see, can't feel his limbs, and when he tries to scream, no sound comes out. He's floating in a strange, jelly-like body inside a dark cave. Slowly, the voice returns, explaining his situation bit by bit. He's been reincarnated, but not as a human. He's a slime. Not exactly the heroic form anyone would wish for, right? A slime is the weakest monster in RPGs, the creature every low-level adventurer farms for experience points. But for Satoru, or rather the being he's about to become, it's the beginning of something extraordinary. That voice in his head is called the Great Sage, a skill he unknowingly gained at the moment of his death. Think of it as a super-intelligent system that can analyze, explain, and even upgrade his abilities. With it, he starts to understand his new world, a place filled with magic monsters and complex systems that work like an RPG come to life. As he explores his surroundings, he realizes he can absorb materials, items, and even creatures, then analyze or replicate their properties. It's the Predator's skill, one of the most broken abilities imaginable. When he absorbs something, he can take its power, its knowledge, and sometimes even store it within him. Soon, this once ordinary office worker becomes something much more, an evolving being with limitless potential. While wandering through the cave, he encounters a massive presence sealed within a magical barrier. It's a dragon, a true ancient being known as Veldora, the Storm Dragon. Veldora's power is legendary, but he's been trapped for centuries for accidentally destroying a city. Most beings would have run for their lives. But Satoru, now a slime with no real sense of fear, decides to talk to him. Their conversation is surprisingly friendly. Veldora, impressed by Satoru's calmness and curiosity, admits his loneliness. The two form an unlikely friendship, and in that moment, Satoru does something unthinkable. He offers to help free Veldora by analyzing his prison with the Predator skill. It doesn't work as planned, but they come up with another idea. Satoru decides to absorb Veldora into his body temporarily, promising to find a way to free him later. In return, Veldora bestows upon him a new name, Rimuru Tempest, and that name becomes legend. From there, Rimuru leaves the cave and steps into a vast, dangerous world filled with goblins, direwolves, dwarves, orcs, humans, and all sorts of magical creatures. But he isn't like anyone else here. He's something new, something evolving, a creature who can change the world itself. What started as a simple reincarnation becomes the story of a being who will rise from a humble slime to the ruler of a nation, a friend of dragons, and eventually one of the most powerful entities in existence. But in these early moments, the quiet cave, the strange friendship with a dragon, the wonder of exploring a new world, we see what makes this story so special. It's not about raw strength. It's about curiosity, kindness, and the idea that even the smallest creature can reshape destiny. And so, with a new name, new purpose, and an endless world ahead, Rimuru begins his journey.